nice.
Great.
All right, welcome to COCBLOK, the craft beer lovers of Kentucky on 93.9 WLXU, Lexington Community Radio. I'm Jeff.
I'm Matt, and we got a very special guest with us today, one Mr. Chris Vandergrift.
Oh, the one and only.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
I'm all right.
This is the main guy behind a very special up-and-coming event that's been going on for at least a few years now. 4 years, Lexington Craft Beer Week. How are you doing, sir?
Doing pretty good. You?
All right. Do you like beer?
I do.
Okay.
I mean,
He's allowed in then.
Chris
He's in the club.
is Lexington Craft Beer Week.
Yeah, he's literally the guy that started it.
He's literally the guy behind the festival. What are we talking? Festivals.
Festivals.
Yeah. Yeah, Festivals, Craft Beer Week. And
every August.
And I don't know, if you could only come up with a website where you could aggregate all this information and
I know.
Oh my gosh, that'd be great.
Just kidding. He actually
I need
has
to do
one.
that.
It's called Lex Beer Scene. So lexbeerscene.com.
Right.
It's got all your local information, including Craft Beer Week releases and stuff. So we will get into that. But first of all, what have you been drinking, man? What kind of beer's good right now?
All beer's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's usually how we go with the show, and then we leave. So
Lately, I've been drinking mostly at the breweries, so whatever they have on. I haven't been buying a lot of bottles. I was talking with Jeff about that earlier. So whatever's on.
yeah.
I had a ton of killer
Are you still
things.
drinking cider?
I did have a cider this on Monday.
Are you still drinking only cider?
But it was thanks to Sean Kane. It was a DuPont.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was that.
Was it really?
I mean, I don't even care. Like I said, I don't really care much for cider, but that was something else. That was just brilliant. That was so funky. Have you ever had that DuPont cider?
I don't think so.
It's aged in Calvados.
Okay.
Calvados?
Is that how you say it? I don't. English is not my first language, and that was really, really, really. I'm just gonna throw a few more reallys in there. Good.
Really?
Yeah.
Really
so
good.
funky and bready, just brilliant. And then we had that. We had a lot of things this week, but we also had that hoof-hearted. Thanks to Jason Chisholm, that hoof-hearted Jackie O's collab.
Which one's that?
It's called Kufuri.
Okay.
It's an Imperial coffee stout.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty killer, I thought.
That looks good.
enjoyed
So you're
that.
actually drinking beer again. You're not just on cider.
Well, since last Friday, I've only had 32 new beers.
Okay.
So
Well, that's
I'm
pretty
getting-
that's
I'm
pretty pedestrian. You need to
Slowly but
back in
surely
the
getting
fold.
back in the fold. Actually, we had I was going to meet yesterday at the Pepper Distillery. Amir, who's the guy behind the whole renovation project, the 1776, bringing it back.
Okay.
He was running late, so we didn't end up hooking up. But while I was waiting, I went to Ethereal and had what's it called? Sexy Moonbase.
Oh, how
was
was
that?
That did you have that?
No. How is it?
That's that new farmhouse tart ale, about 4.2%.
Okay.
Super good.
Is it really?
Yeah, really tasty. Really tasty.
That might be. You know what? That whole thing going on over near Ethereal in that district. I didn't even think about that. There's a lot of moving and shaking over there going on right now. We got a new pizza place going in. Well, I guess not new.
Well, Goodfellas.
It's Goodfellas.
Yeah.
They've been around, but golly, when you're intoxicated or hungover, that's like some of the best pizza that you can get in town. So.
I've never had Goodfellas.
Oh,
Really?
Lived
the
here 5 years.
Slice is bigger than your face.
Yeah. It's like
There's one by campus, but I've never been in there.
yeah. But
I bring my lunch to work.
yeah, I bet you bring like a ham sandwich and like a juice box.
A ham. Didn't we go over this last week? What my ethnicity is? There's no ham, baby.
I forgot you're vegan. I'm sorry. The only animals you eat are yeast. But they got the pizza place going in. It's nothing new, but Rooster Brew's collaborating with Gastronomes, put something in
Some
there.
kind of margarita thing.
Margaritaville.
No, didn't Brandon say online there's going to be a margarita shack?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. That's that little tiny shack right outside of Ethereal, yeah.
I don't get that. I don't get I'm hanging out and want to get a cheap margarita.
So that's a real thing?
That's what he said.
Maybe it's for like the wives that don't like beer or something. I don't know.
I'm not touching that comment.
For any wives that are actually listening, yeah.
I mean, are they going to rip out? What they need to do is rip out all that storage.
My wife thinks
The
I'm still
storage
working
units.
right now, so.
Yeah.
My wife knows I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, she knows where I
That's
am.
good on you.
Actually, on the way here, I had to stop at Beaumont to pick up some beer for my wife. Mm-hmm. And I got her a 6-pack of Hop Slice, but it shoots. And also the beer camp. The new beer camp is out.
I didn't know there's a new one out. What
The
is
new
it?
box is out. But if I don't pick up any beer for her on the way and take it home later, she's going to drink all my beer.
Yeah. Well, that's a good reason to pick up beer.
So, like, can I have this? No. Can I have this? No. My beer.
Well, I got here early, and I had a few minutes to spare. I had about 30 minutes, and I was going to run home, but I live on the other side of town, so I was like, hey, Blue Stallion's nearby. So I stopped by, and I wanted to get a beer. And they had they do like a kind of a test batch beer every once in a while. And
Every Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. Is today Tuesday? Oh, it's probably
Well, it was a holdover from yesterday, yeah.
And it was, what was it?
Like my 5-year-old son. What day is it?
Yeah,
It's Saturday.
exactly.
Do you go to school on Saturday? No, it's not Saturday.
Yeah, every day I'm asking what day it is, but it was a Knob Creek. What was it? No,
It's Slam Dunk.
Yeah, Slam Dunk.
I was trying to help you out off. So
Yeah,
it sounded
no,
like-
We've already introduced you.
Yeah.
You can say you're here. It's okay. It's not a secret
I
anymore.
was trying to help him. He's like, what is it?
Well, that's what I'm leading in. I've had 5 beers already, so please help me. Yeah, one beer turned into a flight, and I was like, oh, there's a couple things I want, and their flights are 5 ounces each, and I had about 30 minutes, so I put down 5-ounce samples pretty quick. But yeah, that test batch.
So basically, you just chugged 25 ounces of beer.
Yeah, and then walk straight in here. I had enough time to go to the bathroom,
Right.
so I broke the seal already. But they
just
had,
And he's not driving, just if anybody's listening.
yeah,
He walked
no,
here.
I actually walked. Yeah, but that was a really good one. I think their sour beers are actually starting to get really
Do
good.
you have my beer down there?
Golden showers.
Yeah,
Golden showers.
is that yours?
Yeah.
that's a good
Mine.
one too. That's very that was a stronger one. So I didn't want to.
Was that in your sampler?
Yeah, it was actually. Full disclosure, I didn't hammer every single beer down as quick as I could. I had to leave a little bit on the bottom of some of the stronger ones. So I had to leave a little bit of that one because that comes in about 8% or something, doesn't it?
It's 8.2.
Is that and I was there last year during the test batch
It was.
event during Craft Beer Week last year.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was one of their biggest events they've ever had.
The test batch one?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing it again. Tuesday of beer week.
Slow down, man. We'll get there.
I remember.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Calm down.
We've only been doing this for 5
I remember
minutes.
that. That was actually a really fun day. They had a lot
That's a
of
lot of
crazy
fun.
stuff on. So I look forward to that. Well, it's you know what? Screw it. We don't.
Screw it.
This is whole
Screw
thing is
what?
just haphazard anyway. Just let's start
Is
talking
it
about.
haphazard or haphazard?
I think it's haphazard.
I get in a fight with my wife about this all the time. I think it's haphazard, but she says it's haphazard.
I think I said haphazard when I was 12.
Yeah.
But then I grew up and I got a real education. I think it's haphazard. So
Okay.
your
Have you
wife
did you go to college?
at some point.
Okay. Wasn't
Yeah,
sure.
on and off. Yeah, here and there. But why don't we jump into it? Craft
Right.
Beer Week.
Chris Vandergrift's
This
here.
is a big deal, man. What are some of the things
And
we have to
also,
look forward to?
before we even start, let's just say one thing that's really important. On our 4th show, I wish I had a drum roll or some kind of celebratory sound. 4th show ever, our first guest ever. On
Oh, yeah?
COCBLOK.
Is it really?
This is our.
Oh, yeah, I guess
Is it really? You've been here with me the whole time. There's
I
never
don't
been a
know.
guest here before.
Well, I'm always stopping at Blue Stallion
Were
or something beforehand, so
We're using all 3 mics.
I don't remember anything. Yeah.
Do those
So-
headphones not work? Oh, you got them on. Oh, sorry. I thought they were off. I thought you weren't holding
Not
on.
my hair.
I thought that was your hair.
So
Okay.
what's going on, man? What are some of the things we have to look forward to?
Well, the test batch thing is awesome. I've got to refer to this too. There's over 50 events.
Is
So
test batch
He
on
actually,
Tuesday?
test batch is
Mr.
on
Vandergrift
Tuesday.
actually
17th.
printed out essentially a guide to
This
Craft Beer
guidebook
Week, and we're
It's
looking at it
beautiful.
right now.
It's really well done. It's gorgeous looking. So I've got a lot of color pages.
And I've actually seen it at a few places. So,
Kevin Patterson has an intro.
He does.
all of you guys can pick this up at some of your local beer establishments.
There's
but,
advertising in it.
Continue, good sir.
It's in the Southsider and Chevy Chaser too. So
Oh, yeah,
if you
right.
pick those up anywhere
Right.
for this month for May, they should be
Right.
in there. But there are a lot of good things. That test batch thing is great. Country Western's coming out again.
And that's going to be an IPA.
Give us a little background on the Country Western.
It's a collab between Country Boy and West Sixth. They've done it for every beer week. This will be version 4 for the 4th Craft Beer Week.
Okay.
The first one was a hoppy wheat, I think,
Okay.
4 years ago.
I remember it being light, like a wheat or a pale, yeah.
And then after that, they went dark, big old stouts. Last year was like a pecan pie kind of thing.
Yeah.
I love last year's.
It was good.
It was my favorite of the 3.
So this year is double IPA with grapefruit, I believe.
Okay.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
Grapefruit's been real popular in the IPAs.
And this is just bottled or canned? This year it's going to be a 750 or canned?
I think it's bottles,
Bottles.
pretty sure, and tap. Yeah, draft.
Okay.
Man, I should have looked at this before.
What are some of the things that you're looking forward to?
I mean, it starts on Friday the 13th.
It does.
Which could be ominous or it could be cool.
That's like really bad luck, I've heard.
Now I'm missing the stuff on the 13th because I'm coming back from being out of the country. But on the 14th, I'm hitting everything.
Everything?
Well, I don't know. I want to hit the Blue Stallion release for sure on the 14th.
So what is the Blue
But
Stallion
just
release?
to
I
back
just
up-
left there and I should have asked them, right?
It's the collaboration of Ethereal.
It's a Goza.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Good deal.
I'm looking forward to some of the stuff at Ethereal, too.
Like what?
They've got the Baba Yaga aged in rum coming out.
Ah, that was their big anniversary release not too long ago.
Did you have
Big
it?
Stout, yes. It
was
was
so
amazing.
good.
That's good. I didn't...
It's the same beer, too. It's actually not a new batch.
Okay.
It's the same one that's been sitting in rum barrels.
Good deal.
They're putting out also a passion fruit something.
They're doing 2 bottle releases, I believe, right? One on Monday the 16th, which will be their first ever. They've got it down here. It's called Balius. It's old ale cellared with Brett, and that'll be nice. And then I think it's later in the week, maybe is it Thursday or so, where they're going to do the Baba.
Baba's not in bottles.
Oh, it's not bottles. I thought there were 2 bottle releases or just one.
I think they're only doing one.
Okay.
Stallion, though, is releasing 4 bottles.
Yes, I saw that. They have
Right.
a newsletter or something. They put that out. What are those bottles?
Those are... The name is fantastic of each one of them. They're the Boss series.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Have you ever played Nintendo, Jeff?
Nintendo.
I know
What
English is
that?
your second language in your
What
shelter.
is a
but-
Nintendo?
Yeah. They took...
Is that a horse race? What is that?
It's close. They took some of the main bosses from some old classic Nintendo games.
Oh, is that what that is?
And they named each one. I know you're being sarcastic.
No,
now, so
I
thank you
really
very
don't know
much,
what. I really don't know that's from Nintendo.
And they named each bottle after these bosses. So they got what Ganon from. I don't know.
games are these from?
I don't know if I can actually say because obviously the spellings are a little bit changed because there might be some infringement. there, but-
Tyson.
yeah, like Tyson
Mother
Tysun.
I think.
Mother Brain from.
Are these from specific
Metroid.
games?
Yeah.
Okay, are you being sarcastic
From
now? Or are you
Sonic?
being,
Is this from
are you
Sonic
being
the
serious?
Hedgehog?
Oh my god!
What is this from?
How old are you?
I'm 46.
40,000.
Is this from Sonic the Hedgehog or like
No, okay.
Donkey Kong? What is this
Okay, okay. This is
Mario Brothers?
Yes, actually.
Oh, so Mario
Bowser
Brothers. Okay.
from Mario Brothers.
Those are Nintendo games,
Mother
huh?
Brain. Yes, these are all Nintendo games. Mother Brain from Metroid.
Metroid,
Tyson
that is.
from Mike Tyson's Punch Out, which is
From what?
Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Mike Tyson?
You've never heard of
Punch
this
Out.
this guy, Mike Tyson?
Oh, I know that dude.
Yeah, he bit somebody's ear off. I heard it was pretty bad.
He also has a face tattoo.
Yeah, and he's a bottle. Well, he's not a bottle. The spelling's different. You know, obviously infringement. And then the fourth one was Ganon from Legend of Zelda.
Right.
You talk about. We just need to do a video game show, and you're fired.
We have an Xbox in
I'm
our
doing
house.
it by myself.
I bought for my kids.
Yeah.
But all they do is play Minecraft all day and Lego Jurassic World. That's all they play.
Video games are so different now.
They are.
Yeah. What happened to the side scroller that you want to just like punch the wall after 3 lives and then you're out and you got to start all over?
When I was a kid, we had an Atari.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had an Atari.
There was some game. I don't even remember what it's called where you could type. And
Oh, and you type in commands.
it was like you type in commands, so we type in like kill goat.
Yeah.
You would actually kill the goat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was the one where he's in the jungle and he's jumping over the
yeah.
crocodiles, you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
We had that one, I remember.
Oh, God, what was that called?
I don't know. And my dad one time brought home a dirty one. It was called Larry.
Leisure Suit Larry.
Oh.
Leisure Suit Larry.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't
still,
see anything.
You
but
can still get those, I think.
Are they
I
still
think
making them?
I think
But
there's
in
like
that
30
pixelated
versions.
way, you could see him get excited.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he goes to a
was a
whorehouse.
hilarious
It starts
thing.
off and he goes to a whorehouse or something like that, and he gets all excited. And my dad's like, "Well, you can't. No, this is not for you."
All of a sudden.
So I guess a friend gave it to him.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, we had that.
Porn games before they were even invented. They were invented.
Well, when you're
That's
like
awesome.
13, you're like, I want to play that.
Yeah.
I think you can actually still play even that one
Yeah.
on Steam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steam has all these old classic games on
It
it.
sounds like something Steam would do. That sounds steamy.
Steamy.
Hey, what about beer though?
Oh, so anyways, I mean, I'm looking at the schedule and I just don't know. I mean, I want to go to so much, and it's easy for me to pretend like I'm going to work and I'm not going to work, but some of them in the evening, I'm just going to be like, I'm sorry, honey, I got to go. I got to go out tonight, man.
Hopcat's doing some great things.
Yeah.
There's a Ryan. Well, this starts off on the 13th of a Ryan Geist tap takeover at Hopcat,
So it starts May 13th.
May 13th.
Runs for an entire week, right?
9 or 10 days.
I think it's called Beer Week.
About a week and a half.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm asking. It goes a little bit longer.
And the Country Boy is not doing the coffee beer Saturday morning thing.
No.
Yeah.
And that's kind of
too bad.
that's kind of been a regular thing.
Yeah. They're
Yeah,
doing
so
a
that's
a beer cheese contest.
Yeah, they've done that for
They've done
at
that
least
before.
another year.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, I was a little disappointed that there's no breakfast this year.
Okay.
I think a lot of people were disappointed. A lot of people like to get up early and go over there and have coffee and have the coffee beers.
Yeah. Coffee was free too.
Why aren't they doing one? Has anybody asked them about this?
I have not asked them.
Should we call them out right now?
Well, I don't know the phone number here.
No, I mean, like, we called out Chris last week.
Right.
And call them out, bring him on, and say, like, hey.
Let's get Evan or DH on here. What's
why
going
aren't you
on?
giving
Scuba.
me free breakfast and free coffee and free stuff?
Dear Scuba Steve, why is there no coffee stout?
Yeah,
Love
yeah.
me.
There you go. Love me.
Love me.
That's how you want to end all your messages. You're so needy.
Hopcat's doing two. No, they're also doing an Against the Grain beer dinner on Monday the 16th. This is not particularly. I'm not giving Hopcat any particular advertising here. I'm just reading out of the booklet, just focusing on that. I see you also got some new entries, or at least to me, on the beer week. At least Southland Bowling is getting involved.
Really?
Yeah.
They were there last year, actually.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't bowl. I've only been there a couple times.
Alltech likes to do stuff over there.
Oh, great.
I used to bowl occasionally, recreationally, and I used to love getting the bowling pin macro beers,
Also,
but I digress.
But also on that day, there's an Alpine Green Flash event at Beer Trap at 5. Doesn't say what's going to be there, but if it's Alpine, could be exciting.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, it could be really exciting.
Yeah, well, good deal.
That one, I don't know what's going to be there. Some of the things have been updated on the website since the book had to be
There's a
printed.
website for this?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So are you saying
knew?
all this is aggregated on like a central hub?
I wish it was. I really wish that there was a place.
How come there's not a Facebook page for Lex Beer Scene?
I wish there was.
There is a Twitter.
There is a Facebook page.
There's a Facebook page? All right. I thought you were joking.
I
So
thought you
everybody
were
knows
joking.
we were laying the sarcasm.
Is there
on
really a
pretty
Facebook page
thick.
for this?
Chris has that website, Lex Beer Scene, and I think Jeff just got caught in his own.
Well, I know
sarcasm.
there's a Twitter,
Yeah.
because every now and then someone on Lex Beer Scene likes my tweets.
Yeah. Is it this guy over
It has to be
here?
this guy.
There's nobody else there.
Don't you teach like writing on social media?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah. You
All
think you know it. He's a
would
doctor. Don't forget to say
Oh.
put your air quotes around doctor when you say
I'm
doctor.
teaching a beer writing course in the fall.
Is that right?
Yeah, well, so because I'm doing the craft writing event, which eventually we'll talk about here, and it'll be aligned with the course as well. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
All right.
Good deal.
Lots of great things going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, Lexington Craft Beer Week. Lots of great stuff here. How much money do you think you're going to spend, Matt, next week during the beer week?
At
It's not
least
next week. We got that.
$6.
That's it. You get a lot of free
No,
stuff.
at least.
Yeah. Well, $6. So you're just going to do one pour.
I'm going to start with 6 and then go from there. So it'll be between 6 and
6
like
and $200.
$300. Yeah. I don't like to break. I don't like to get too concise because then I'm just going to set myself up for failure. So if I can say up to $300,
I know I have at least one beer.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited about the bottle releases because
that's
you
gonna
know
come.
I'm busy, so I can't always hit some of these events, especially when they're at specific times or specific days. So stuff like the Blue Stallion bottle release, which this is the first. No, this is
Wait,
not
what
the
day is
first
the
bottle
Blue
that they've
Stallion
released.
release?
It's the first release.
What day is that?
Okay.
I don't remember. I was looking for it earlier, and I
Yeah, I'm looking through
couldn't
the
find
thing.
it quickly.
But country, I always like the country western every year. I even really like that pale or that wheat that they put out the first year. But I like to see the
Friday.
bottles and stuff so I can
Friday.
try them later. And then the Blue Stallion stuff, I want to get some of
First
that if
Friday?
I can.
No.
No,
Oh, good.
the 20th.
Excellent.
Did you
Bottle
see
list, there
the
it is,
beers the Trapp's putting out for the beer school?
No, what are they?
Cellars.
Wait, Sunday,
Okay.
May 20. We're talking about May 22nd.
Yeah.
So on the 2010. Oh, you got a typo, man. Brooklyn Black Chocolate Stout, 2009 Stone Old Guardian.
This is at the Beer Trap, correct?
This is 2010 Dogfish Head. Old
Just so everyone
School
knows,
Barley
every I'm assuming this is on a Sunday.
This is a Sunday.
Every Sunday, our good friend Kevin Patterson puts on something they call Beer School over the Beer Trap, where he actually you pay a nominal fee and you get in, and he's pretty smart about beer. He knows a thing or two. He's been around the block. And I'm being sarcastic again. He's literally like
He walks around the block
certified.
sometimes. He exercises.
He's actually very certified when it comes to beer, and he puts on a beer school where he actually teaches you about certain styles and certain beers. And every Sunday they have a theme, whether it be Belgian beers or IPAs or something like that. And he'll bring out some different bottles, and we'll kind of talk about them. He'll let you know stuff about the region, where they come from, and about the style. So they also Beer Trap specifically has a cellar program where you can get some really rare, kind of hard to get beers and some aged stuff that may have developed over the years. Well, we assume it's developed over the years and it's gotten better. And you can get some try some really good stuff that you normally wouldn't be able to try. So you're saying that this beer school is actually going to be a beer school, and they're going to include some of their hard to get or better cellared beers.
Yep. It looks like all of them are aged at least 4 years.
Right.
Okay.
Some of them 7 years.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Trap hasn't even been open 7 years, have they?
5 or 6.
Okay.
But
maybe it's like
They bought it.
They bought it,
early,
yeah. Because some of the stuff actually sits at the distributor for a while. Well, they did back then anyway. I don't know if it does anymore.
You see how like Pies and Pints had 3 years of KBS.
That's very
Right,
true.
right.
Yeah.
They bought
Distributor just keeps it.
They bought some older kegs.
Yep.
Yeah. Does it say what? So what beers are they actually having? Does it say?
I thought Jeff just read them.
Did you read them?
Yeah, there was
read them.
me. There was
He talks over me. We talk at the same time, so we got to redo a lot of stuff.
2010 Brooklyn Black Chocolate Stout, 2009 Stone Old Guardian, a 2010 Dogfish Head Old School Barley Wine, a 2012 Avery the Reverend. Here's a good one: 2011 Struce Panapult, and a 2012 Southern Tier Gemini. Without saying, I don't think we're allowed to say what things cost, but I'd say it looks like a good deal, anyways. And
Isn't Gemini like an IPA?
I thought it was, yeah.
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
But
That's some interesting stuff, though.
But if you're someone, who wants to drink some nice
That Dogfish
beers,
Head old school ages really well. That'll be, I think, something like that'd be worth it.
I think I still have the first release.
Really?
At the house, yeah.
Maybe we just need to do a beer school right here.
beer school.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to bring beer in here.
I guess we'd have to do
is
it
a
like
school.
300 yards that way.
Right. This is a school. We are broadcasting live from the panoramic 6th Street and the Steam Academy across from Arcadium, which it's really terrible that Arcadium is not open at this time of day, because it would be perfect to stop at Arcadium on the way to do the show and have a beer.
Instead,
But for some reason, they don't open until 5 every day.
Cool.
These guys are passing notes.
Yeah, we are. We're trying not to
notes.
let Jeff see.
Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff going on.
I was pointing out that Arcadium's going to have a Chocovesa, which is
Yeah.
a personal favorite. I
Yeah,
love that beer.
very good beer
On the
from Stone.
19th, May 19th, yeah.
Uh-huh.
They got a lot
it's,
of Stone stuff.
Yeah.
Barrel-aged brown ale with cherries.
That I have not had.
I don't know that beer.
I don't know that beer either. I know. Wait, the other one I don't. What is Patascala? That's not the red one. They
Tosca.
put.
Yeah, that's
That was the red one they put out recently.
Yeah, like a month ago.
It was in bottles.
So I know that. The other stuff I know. I don't know this cherry one they're putting on.
Over at Arcadium.
Yeah,
I'm kind of excited about the bacon and beer pairing.
Where's that at?
that's at Lucky's.
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 Yeah.
Bacon. Is it like craft bacon?
Yeah,
And
they're
craft beer.
So
they're like cooking up the bacon and
Because I
having
know
beer
I've seen
sandwich.
pictures online where people Lucky's is
they're into bacon at Lucky's.
Yeah.
They do a lot of bacon stuff. I think
that's right off Harrisburg Road. That's on campus.
near campus, near the hospital.
Yeah, where the old Winn-Dixie.
Were they eager to get involved?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I reached out to them and they were all about it.
They sell some local stuff in there.
I've seen some pictures of their bacon or bacon ends or something like that, and I was
Yes,
like, "Oh
bacon
my
ends.
gosh, that's amazing!"
And you can get a pint for $2 there while you're shopping.
While you're shopping,
Yeah,
Drink it. Walk
full
around.
pint.
I think
think
every place like in the
I'll
world
afford
needs
that.
to give you.
You can do it at Whole Foods, but it's not $2.
You can walk around with it at Whole Foods.
I think so.
Huh.
No,
You can go because you
I
can go
don't
sit in the area where the food, the food court area with Whole Foods and drink a beer.
Maybe you just have 2 or 3 and end up wandering off with your beer.
If you go to Liquor Bar and they don't want you to wander around with a beer,
I want to go to like Macy's and walk around with a beer. I want my wife to shop for shoes, and I want to walk around.
You can
and
do
just
that.
Drink a beer.
You can do that right now.
Like, where would you get the beer though?
We bring it from home,
From your house?
Yeah, basically. Put it in a brown paper
Yeah.
bag and walk around and shop.
I want to walk in like Toys R Us with my,
Oh, you
with
can
my
do that
kid
too.
and like walk around with a beer and just shop. Is that?
I do that.
break
Yeah.
bottles on the ground.
Yeah.
And another thing, that Lego set is
Jeff
too
walks
much.
around with a Camelback, and he's got a hose that comes in his mouth. It's full of double
Oh,
IPA.
come on, I've only done that a couple times. It's not like I do that. It's not like I do it every day.
Yeah, it got
Sorry.
stricken from his record, so he claims it didn't happen.
Do you want to
Yeah, let's take a little break here.
Let me just
Cue us up something
Let me
good.
cue up something that will. This one goes out. Well, I'm gonna run it off YouTube, so I'm gonna have to wait. There's a commercial. I have to actually. Let's just wait about 3 seconds.
I don't understand how this show gets any criticism at all, because everything we do is completely organized and professional.
First of all, we are professionals. One of us is a doctor. First of all,
I'm not going to say who, but
All right, you ready to rock and roll?
It's neither of us.
You are listening to COCBLOK, the Coalition of Craft Beer Lovers of Kentucky, on 93.9 WLXU in beautiful downtown Lexington, Kentucky, off of 6th Street at the Steam Academy.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
That's Jeff.
That's great.
I'm Matt. We have Chris Vandergrift here with us. How are you, sir?
Doing good still.
So nothing changed during the break?
It just got hotter in here.
You're
telling me? Yes.
See, it's hot in here.
About 900 degrees in
It
here.
is.
Yeah, I'm glad it's actually a little cool outside, so I don't have his super sweaty pits just like walking in here like immediately.
See, we're
It's not as bad as it was last week.
Yeah.
2 shirts, that's key.
Well, that's why you saw I took my shirt off when I came in.
Yeah, we're all naked in here actually right
did
now.
see that.
Yeah, well,
Except for Chris. He'll come around though.
Chris has his clothes
He'll
on
come around.
still.
He's a newbie. Yeah, you'll learn, noob. So we're sitting here talking about beer at the break, and we're actually talking about Belgian beer. We're actually talking about Trappist beer. I was looking over the news, and I saw a really interesting, completely unrelated article, but it's got a fun segue. The scientists in the world, they've actually
Chris is a scientist.
yeah, he's a beer scientist.
He's an engineer.
There was a discovery of some possible habitable planets in a area of space far, far away.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah, that's from some show, right?
I think Laverne and Shirley.
I think that's what it is. But these sciencey scientists have named this system the Trappist system, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of fun, and it had some scientific significance. But I'm like, I'm gonna drink some Trappist beer because this is a good excuse because we might be able to migrate to another.
So
solar
basically,
system
you hear
40 light years away.
You hear something on the radio and you think, was this radio TV?
No, this is
Internet.
print.
Internet.
Yeah.
And you're like,
This is digital.
oh, that gives me an excuse to drink a beer.
Exactly right. Yeah. Well, I've been drinking less lately. 'cause-
It said water, and there's water in beer. That's an excuse.
Exactly
Bottoms
right.
up.
Yeah, I've actually been drinking less because we got a beach vacation coming up, and
you
my
won't look
wife-
good,
My,
except
yeah,
for that.
my wife is like, "You need to drink less," and I'm like, "Okay," but we're gonna be talking about Trappist beer
Wait.
tomorrow, so I'm gonna go get some Trappist beers.
Before we
for
talk
the-
about
the
Trappist,
20
can you just back it up, just rewind it a second? You're going to the beach, and you want to look good on the beach. Is that
Oh
what it's
yes!
about?
Oh hell yes!
So you
Yeah.
think if you have a few extra beers, they'll be
No, yeah,
in your belly?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm trying
Ladies, I'm looking good.
to come back. I've only drank 4.
Oh, no,
beers
honey, I wasn't
today.
doing anything. I don't know what you're talking about. What beach you going to? One here in
Gulf,
Kentucky?
Gulf Shores, Alabama. Yeah, Lake Harrington.
Gulf Shores, Alabama? What do you have in mind?
That's it's the craft beer armpit. I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
Alabama? No offense to anybody from Alabama, but...
No
Alabama.
offense. No offense to anybody living in Kentucky that lives in Alabama.
I love when people say no offense, which basically means
Yeah,
offense.
I'm going to offend
I'm
you
gonna offend
incredibly if you're from Alabama.
No
I hate
offense,
you,
but I am
don't
offending
hate
you by saying your state stinks. No, seriously, Alabama.
yeah.
We love you, Alabama.
Yeah, you are the.
I mean, I
craft
hope
beer
Neil
armpit.
Young will remember.
Yeah,
You get that reference?
Gulf Shores, no.
Yeah.
From the
Chris
guy
gets
that's never played Nintendo.
You don't get
man.
that reference?
No.
It's a music reference.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Sweet Home Alabama.
I'm actually. I think I am.
You don't
the
like
youngest-
rock and roll, do you?
I'm the youngest one in this room.
What are you, 20? What are you, 22?
I'm like 18.
18.
I'm actually not of legal drinking age.
You were born to that beer.
But I'm a huge beer fan. Yeah, I started growing.
Are you
this beard.
30?
Yes, I'm over 30.
On 30?
Are you? You're not being serious. I
I'm being
can't never
serious.
tell if
I'm
you're
being
being
serious.
sarcastic.
Wait,
or serious
32?
now. I'm 30. How old am I? I'm 35.
He doesn't know.
35, youngin'.
I'm 35.
35?
Youngin'.
Barely the youngest.
You're 36?
Oh.
Yeah.
And how old are you again? 64?
Something like that. yeah.
Okay.
I'm,
That's about right.
Yeah.
That's why you got the Magneto.
I was
beard
born
with
in the 60s.
The gray streak.
That's a true story.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1969, man. Those were the days. Peace, love, and happiness was everywhere. A festival called Woodstock.
Yeah.
I just completed.
And then 64 years later, he became a vegan. The rest is
I don't know why you
history.
think I'm a vegan.
Because you love to go to eat vegan food.
I'll eat any food. That's
Hey,
good.
speaking of that, they're doing that vegan thing again.
They are, huh?
Yeah.
Don't tell my wife, because that cost me like $100.
Does she
Don't
listen?
tell my wife, but everybody knows it
Does
now.
she listen?
I don't know, actually.
Might be
She
too late.
I hope not.
She might be listening.
Earmuffs. Yeah, hit the dumb button.
I think it's during beer week.
All right. Nah, the first one was good, though. It was very tasty. Yeah, and they had good beers. Yeah, Weta did it. But back to the Trappist issue.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I got some Trappist beers, and I used to, 5 or 6 years ago, I used to love getting some different.
Which
I would
Trappist
try and-
beers did you get?
Last night I got a West Mall, the double, and I tried to get the lighter side because I knew I had to work today and do some beer talking today.
So you kept it down below 10.
I kept it like below 15% alcohol, but I got a West Mall double and a Rochefort. You and I were just talking about this, Chris. It's pronounced Rochefort, right?
It's close enough.
I don't want to say
Rochefort?
like Roquefort or Rochefort, and I don't want people to say like, "Oh, you're pronouncing that wrong," because I just drink beer. I don't talk about it, except when I talk about it, which is right now. But I had a Rochefort
Conundrum.
6, which is is the lighter one.
Mm-hmm.
Both very stellar beers. I love all of the Trappist beers.
Which ones don't you like then?
I don't want to say I dislike any of them. There was one, and this is kind of what we're getting into the segue into the discussion. There's kind of been I don't know what you would call it. Years ago, Trappist beers were relegated to these monasteries over in Belgium and parts of Europe. And not too long ago, we had one open up in America. Is it over in New England area?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Spencer.
Yeah, Spencer. And I thought that was actually really intriguing that they would allow something like that to happen. Maybe it was, it was marketing motivated. I tried one of their beers, and I can't remember which one it is. I'll have to look up on Untapped and see what it
Spencer?
was. Yeah.
They only had one until just a month
Actually,
ago.
I think
thought
they do
they
an
had,
IPA
like, two.
too.
Just very recently.
The IPA is recent.
Yeah.
And before that, they did.
I'm
blonde.
thinking,
Blonde.
oh, wait, you know what I'm thinking of? It's, is it Inglesville?
I don't know what that
I don't
is.
know what you're talking about.
Okay.
But there is a Trappist monastery.
When we take
near,
another break, I'm going to look it up.
near here, there's a Trappist monastery.
Near
In
here
Kentucky.
where?
There's one in Kentucky. They-
Oh, Trappist
cheese,
Monastery,
right?
not a brewery.
but they make no brewery, but they make like fruitcakes.
Okay.
Oh, yay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Really?
There is a Kentucky Trappist monastery, and they make fruitcakes but no beer.
Is it towards Bardstown?
I think it might be.
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't know.
Or
They make cheese.
no, it's called Asbury. It's the Asbury one.
That's a seminary.
I know it's a seminary, but maybe it's a seminary, not a Trappist. I don't know. It all sounds the same to me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We have so much concrete information on this show. But anyway.
I know
the Catholic
seminary,
stuff, this guy.
Trappist,
Yeah.
Catholic,
So
Lutherans.
how many Trappist breweries are there now? Do you know?
How? I think there's about 8,
Okay.
7 or 8. I could be off by 1 or 2 though.
And there's one in
That's
America.
a big margin of error there. That was.
Well, I guess. Well, not on this show. It's not. I'm spending between $600 and $300 on Lexington Beer Week, so we actually like to keep the margins large.
Okay.
Oh, we didn't say a shell.
What?
A show.
There on there.
Oh, actual.
Actual, excuse me. Actual.
Oh, okay.
I'll get it
Would you talk into the mic, Jeff, please?
So
You act like this is our 4th show or something.
So how many are there? You're on.
Well, also Chimay we didn't name.
Yeah.
I said Chimay.
Oh, you did
but
say Chimay.
you all were talking
I
over
wasn't
me.
paying attention. Did we say Westfield Turn?
Westflettern. Well, that
Westfield
goes without
Lettern. I can't
saying.
pronounce any of the names.
Yeah.
I have one still one in my fridge from Belgium, thanks to my friend Jim, and then one. I think I may still have one from the American.
If you make the W's sound like V's, you'll get a lot closer.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. And then there's La Trappe, of course. We said that.
That's my least favorite.
My favorite, actually, though, which I don't think we have said, Orval.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love Orval. And Orval, everyone who's a beer nerd, I've never met a beer nerd who does not like Orval.
Orval's really good.
You don't like Orval.
I didn't like it when I first had it, 10, 12, 15 years ago, whatever that was. Some number of years ago, but it's grown on me. I like it pretty well now.
Orval is very. I've always thought it was. That's really bubbly. I haven't had one in a long time, but it's
different than all the other Trappist beers. I think they use Brett in it.
Oh, really?
So it's the sour. If that's not necessarily sour,
does have
but
Brett, yeah.
Yeah,
That's why it changes over time.
that's the only one that's not just regular yeast.
This is okay. Now the one I was thinking of is Inglesell. Is that's not a Trappist brewery? That's the one I was thinking of.
I don't think so.
Why don't you look that up on your internets over there?
I'm not,
Well, according to Wikipedia, it is.
There you
Oh.
go. Inglesell. They're actually out of
Austria.
Austria. Yeah, that's the one I've had. I had a couple of theirs, and they were just kind of okay. I actually got it in a gift box, which I'm a sucker for marketing gift boxes where they give you like the awesome glass, like the chalice that goes with the beer. And I'm sure I paid like $40 for 2 beers and 2 glasses.
I remember buying the big chalices for West.
Yes.
For West
Duvel? Did you have the Duvel one?
I do have a giant Duvel one also.
yes.
I have that big, it's like a fishbowl Duvel.
Yeah.
I've got the Orval one. I've got a Westmall. I've got
The best vet.
and I've got a bunch of
Western
Chimays.
is
When I first started getting into beer many years ago, like 2002 or so, I bought online a bunch of Chimay. And you know how many times you use all those glasses?
0.
Yeah.
I use Belgian glasses pretty much to drink everything. The tulips,
If I
use them for everything.
If I buy an Orval, which I haven't in a while, I would use the Orval glass, obviously.
Now,
Proper glassware is very important, kids.
When it comes to glassware, I will go ahead and say I'm a huge glassware whore. I will buy anything, and I probably have close to 500 pieces. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a very large home, so most of that has gone into storage. But I was like you, I used to use... I used to go above and beyond, and I would actually try to match the glassware with the beer, which is a little excessive, I guess.
I did that last night.
Well,
Both for Wicked Weed.
I bet you did, vegan.
Yeah.
But after a while, you keep washing. You kind of have to hand wash them because the labels. I'm afraid the labels will come off if you put them in the dishwasher.
I don't put a single beer glass that I like in the dishwasher.
Yeah,
doesn't matter what it is.
No, I don't either. But after doing that for a while, it kind of got to the point to where it's just kind of a pain in the ass, honestly. So I actually bought some really nice Riedel wine glasses, and I actually use those to drink all my beer in. Put all the other ones in storage until I can buy like a $500,000 house and set up and just show them all off. But
you're paying for storage to put your glasses in? You pay like $100 a month to just store glasses?
I probably need to. Like, we have attic
That
space.
sounds like a good deal.
We have attic
This glass
space,
cost me
but it's
$5. When I pay $100 a month to store it in a storage facility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a lot of money invested in that. I got a lot of money invested in that, and I'm going to get none of it out of it. So I have to cling to it as a death grip, before my wife divorces me. So.
I had hundreds and hundreds of glasses, and I went through a phase.
I've seen you give some away online.
I've given away hundreds of glasses. Yeah, for doing what I used to do with the local beer place that has all the glasses. I got them for free, and when they were free, it was awesome. I was like, sure, glasses.
Yeah, exactly.
Until it gets out of hand.
Then you got to put them someplace.
Oh, I don't have room for all this crap.
Well, they're fun. Well, it's like, a while back I was like, okay, well, every beer has a style, which is technically correct. Or every beer has like a particular kind of glass they like to put to it.
Every rose has a thorn.
Yeah, anyway. And then, like, depending on the shape, you can kind of accentuate different parts of the beer. But then you start getting into, like, can glasses and, like, just, like random...
Can?
Yeah, like glasses that are shaped like beer cans.
West 6 does that a lot.
Oh, we talking about the jars? The jam jars they do?
No, it's like actually it's a glass. It's shaped like a can.
It's shaped like a beer can.
But they also did like the jelly jar, the mason jar ones. Those are cool.
Yes. They do the Country Western, brings us back full circle to the Country Western collaboration. They did a mason jar. I got some of those, but you get into like mason jars and can glasses, and it's like, are you getting really a lot out of this type of glass?
My least favorite one was, you remember when they did the craft food thing down at Beaumont a couple years ago? Last year they did somewhere else, and you go and you buy a bunch of tickets and you go around and eat some food, and it was like, if you pay another $6, we'll give you this West 6 cup, but it's not a glass, and it's like
Crave,
right? And it's like, okay,
remember that.
What? I get a West 6 cup? Great! And then you walk away thinking, wait a minute, I just paid $6 for this plastic piece.
Yeah, it was the plastic giant mug.
Giant mug that
I got
my wife uses to clean the floors with. Right?
I use to water plants.
Well, that was a good use of my money.
Yeah, my plants are getting a lot of use out of that.
Yeah.
Venus flytraps.
You have a Venus flytrap at your house?
I sure do.
That's awesome.
You have a lot of flies?
It doesn't work. No.
No, that's
Not anymore. Flies. Yeah. No, my nephew has it. It's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty cool.
It's a cool story, bro.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
What are we talking? Oh, Trappist ale. Yeah, Orval is great. I really I should buy more Orval.
Are you all familiar with the TV show that was on about 8 years ago called The Thirsty Traveler?
Yeah.
He did a great episode on Belgian ales where he went to Orval. Right. They let him in. Oh, it's great. It's on YouTube.
You say they let him in free. Like they had to
into the monastery.
Yeah, I don't think you can just go visit Orval.
Yeah. Can you?
I don't think.
Oh, you don't think
everyday people can go and do tours. I don't think any of those Trappist monasteries let people do tours. At Westville, Letterin, they have
what was that? Say that again.
Blah, blah, blah. They have the separate cafe.
No, say it again.
Right?
Westville, 9 syllables.
Westvletterin. They have that separate cafe, right? Where you can
it's
go
across the street.
Yeah, and hang out, but you can't go in though.
Yeah. I don't think they own it. I think it's owned by somebody else, and they just happen to have the beer over there.
I see.
Yeah.
And I don't know that you can take it away from there either. I think you have to drink it there.
I see.
If you want the beer from West Fletcher, you actually have to call,
Right.
leave a message, and then drive and show up at the gate to pick
So
it
you
up.
can't take
And
it
you know-
from Festivaletta to like Macy's and like walk
You
around.
could.
and
You
shop.
could.
You have to drive there and make an appointment. And
You know,
pick it
I
up.
feel like that moment in Pulp Fiction. You know what they call a case in Belgium? A crate.
Royale with
A
cheese.
crate.
Oh, okay.
The Royale with cheese. That's why Bella's like, you know what they call a case over there? They call it a crate. That's some weird. I hit the
What?
dump.
What were you-
I hit the dump button. I hit the dump button.
That's cool. So what's your favorite Trappist beer, Chris?
The one that you can get is Rochefort 8.
Yes.
That's my favorite.
That's
Some people like the
actually
10,
really good
but I
one.
like the 8 better. West Fletcher is the best, but you
Yeah.
can't get it. So
No. I actually think the Chimay, I think the Chimay Red is really, really good. But it's like, it's so ubiquitous.
But
A lot of people don't
that's
ever
also
talk
one of
about
my
it.
wife's go-to beers.
Yeah,
Chimay.
I think it's great. Even like the blue one, that Inglesville. It was okay.
I didn't
wasn't-
know that was a thing. I'm going to have to try it.
Yeah.
Can you get it around here?
Can you get it around here?
I don't know.
I've seen.
I don't
it.
remember seeing it.
It's just kind of. I mean, you didn't even
Never
know.
mind.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a lot of experience with Trappist breweries, and obviously it's kind of an
'cause I didn't
innocuous
even know
brewery.
that was a thing.
Have you guys
I
been to
don't think it's
Belgium?
been around.
No.
I haven't.
I went once.
Is this you're gonna puff your chest out? and be
story.
like,
I'm going to
"Hey."
play for what?
Yeah, cool story, bro.
Cool story, bro.
I
bro,
went
faster.
anyway.
Yeah, I went.
Very
It was
happy
cool.
for you.
You don't know about it. I went with a girl from Niagara
Yeah,
Falls.
yeah.
And I went on our
never
honeymoon
been
to Belgium. And
Are you gonna tell us about it, or are you just gonna like?
If you want to
dangle it
know, do you
over
want to know
our
more about the trip?
head? I mean, does it involve beer?
So we took
Because if it involves beer, we probably should
flight-
not talk about
It was a honeymoon trip.
Our flight
yeah,
went
yeah.
from probably, I think it was Detroit to Amsterdam down to Brussels. This was back in, this was 10 years ago or so. And when we got, so that's the part of the travel where we hooked up in the airport and did our exchange. And then,
Unbelievable.
Did he call
no,
it an
actually, my wife
exchange?
found out she was pregnant when we, right before we left. So she didn't do really much. She did some drinking, I think. So that's why our kid's like the way she is. But she didn't do very much drinking. It's where she discovered that hot wine thing. You know, what do they call it?
Mulled?
Mold, yeah.
Hot wine.
What's that called?
Mold?
Yeah, spiced wine.
Yeah.
They had a lot of that. It was wintertime.
MULD.
We
went during the winter.
M-U-L-L-E-D.
Okay.
And we went to Culminator.
M-O-L-D.
Have you,
That's what I thought you said. MOLD.
When we went
I
to
didn't know what you were talking about.
Culminator in Antwerp, which is a well-known beer bar. What I remember is, first of all, it's a well-known, it's famous, it's a nerd kind of mecca, was you can see through the dusty, musty windows, all their cellar beer. And there was another American there who was just going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Like breathing on the windows.
Yeah, basically about to finish, right? And then there was
Apparently it was his honeymoon.
me and my wife, and then the owners who were, and a bunch of cats. And there was nobody else there that night. Just a bunch of cats walking around the bar.
That's you go on your honeymoon. That's what you remember. It's a bunch of cats in a bar and a guy.
My beer
Getting off on a
knowledge
window.
would have been, what year were we married? So 10 years ago would put us at about, what's 2016 minus 10?
I can't do
2006?
1984.
I think we got married in 2006. I think my beer knowledge was not it was decent, it was good.
Yeah.
But I wish I had the knowledge that I have today.
Yeah.
Obviously, when I was back in Belgium then.
It honestly, it's a wonder how much a few years can make.
10
And I'm
years
not
makes
even
a
being
ton.
sarcastic.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
Then there were things that I was exposed to, or I could have been exposed to. That,
In the red light district.
well, that I was no, because I already kind of was familiar with that scene.
okay.
Yeah, growing up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I got.
That's
That's where I got
your-
my first time.
That was your second time there.
No.
Maybe sixth time.
Yeah, or 10. I don't know. Who's counting? Who lost
Who's counting
count? Who lost
anymore?
count?
Yeah.
Honey, I'm going out for a beer. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
It'll only take me 5
Yeah.
minutes.
I'm gonna go get some cigarettes.
5 minutes.
We'll be back in 5 minutes. And $100.
She was like, "That's impressive."
That's better than usual. Twice as long. So, wow. Yeah, it's been a great show.
Yeah.
But we still got a few more minutes.
I love when you talk about how much time we have left because I feel like you're just like, can we go home? I gotta go.
No, so what I always feel guilty about is there's a show after our show. And I want to give her sometimes like a few minutes. We still got some time, but a few minutes to set up. That's
Yeah.
why. I don't want to be that guy
Yeah.
who goes like when you're teaching,
usually are.
like when I'm in the classroom and it's like my class is about to start and the previous guy is still there talking. It's like, dude, there's a 15-minute break between classes and you still haven't vacated. Hurry up, man! I got to get in.
Homebrew?
Oh yes.
Want to talk about the homebrew competition, which was last Sunday?
Yeah. So we'll outro with this for the next hour. West Six Brewing had a homebrew competition. Is this the second or third?
This is the second one.
The second year that they've done, and our very own Mr. Chris Vandergrift actually organizes it and puts it together. Jeff and I were both judges there, and the idea is a bunch of people submit their homebrew beer to West Six. We all judge it. We submit, I guess, was it 5?
Yeah.
5 that we thought were a class above the rest to the owners. They will try them. They will figure out what they like, and then they actually brew it on a larger scale, and they release the beer. Last year's winner was a close friend of all of ours, Ben Ho's. Ben Ho. I need to actually say his name is Ben Ho.
Right, it's not one word.
Yeah, it was Ben Ho's beer. I'm like, well, who is that? Ben Ho made a blackberry goes, and it was phenomenal. It was really good. This year we had I think it was a pretty eclectic mix of finalists. But this was the year of the braggot. There was a bunch of braggots,
Three.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which people don't normally even make braggots, much less have 3 submitted to
And a braggot is a type of mead.
No, it's a type of beer
with honey.
With
honey.
Yeah. It's I guess it's essentially the regular beer ingredients with honey added. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's a great style. I'm glad to see more people making it. In lieu of our last conversation last week about mead, which I'm a huge fan of, and you've never had before, Jeff.
I've had mead.
Oh, and you called me out for not ever giving you mead. I used to be a huge mead maker.
Yeah, I know. We are all aware of this. This is like my indirect, non.
No, I remember. One time I was at Country Boy and you brought over some of your mead.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, so you guys have done that, and I still haven't had any. That's cool.
We've shared an experience.
Oh, sweet. So I'm the only one. I'm the only one. Okay, I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. I'm the only one that hasn't tried Chris's mead. Okay, sweet.
The other cool thing about the West Six is that all the brewers actually come and brew at West Six.
Right, that's correct.
At the same time.
Yeah.
So we had 40-something people set up in the brewery with their own homebrew setups.
Yeah.
It's crazy town.
And in a couple of weeks, they'll announce the overall winner.
Yeah, it'll be during Beer Week at their new location.
Oh, that's right. And what's that new
that?
location called?
The Green Room.
And it's right next to the Sunrise Bakery.
Yes,
Downtown on Main.
Yeah, where Bellini's used to be.
Right, across from the big hole in the ground.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, so it is actually in the old Bellini's location. I didn't actually.
That's going to be very cool. When they can brew there in a few months.
Yeah.
They'll do small batches there. They won't have a license right away to do brewing, so I guess they'll just have regular taproom offerings.
I don't know the answer to that. I think they're actually opening either this Friday or next Friday.
I thought when it was first announced, Ben Self said on Facebook, the license won't kick in. Like they said, it'll be family friendly, but not right away. So I guess it'll be a bar right away. And they said maybe 5 or 6 months.
So starting out, they're going to hate families.
Yeah,
and
right.
then they're going to like them.
At first, we hate your families, but then we'll eventually learn to love them. And I thought they were going to do small batch stuff there that they don't do at the regular brewery.
They're going to do that, and they're going to try to take the test batches that they do over here and do an intermediate step up to see how well they work.
Okay.
Like the experimentals on Wednesday?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they do about 10 gallons. And
the Wednesday. The Firkins Thursday.
Yeah.
They call it Firkin Thursday.
I thought I did a Firkin on Wednesday and Thursday.
No, just Thursday.
Anyway, go ahead.
You can, the test batchers usually on about 10 gallons or so.
Yeah.
And to go from 10 gallons to 200, 300, 400 is a big step.
Yeah.
And they're a little crazy sometimes. You don't know if they're going to work. So this is going to be a nice medium step for them to give it a shot and see if it works on a baby step. And if it doesn't work, throw it out.
Super cool. If you've missed the Wednesday, it may come back again down on the downtown one.
Yeah.
And as long as those hours are good for me, man, I'll be happy to go down there.
That's one thing I've always kind of been upset about is they'll release some kind of cool one-off beers, and I can't ever get
actually
down
think
there.
most of the Wednesday stuff I've had has been very good.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah. I've had a few, but I can't make it down there. But anyways, the homebrew competition is Lexington Craft Beer Week is going to be releasing the winner. Yep. Are they going to be actually releasing the beer on that week or just the winner?
We're going to announce it Tuesday night. That's the same night as the Blue Stallion homebrew thing. But and then they're going to brew it sometime after that.
Okay, cool.
They've got to do the math and all that hard stuff.
Who needs math? Yeah. There's actual science behind brewing.
I do math in my office sometimes when I'm doing budget.
When you see how many Facebook friends you have, minus all your Facebook friends
4
that quit.
plus 8 is what?
Calculator.
I use. You know what I do when I'm doing math? I use Google, and I just type. If you type in an equation in Google, it does the math for you. So my wife comes and she'll see me like, what are you doing? I'm figuring out the budget on Google. I'm adding up everything.
I had 84 Twitter followers, and now I have 74. That means I lost 10.
Money, not Twitter followers.
Sure. You keep saying that.
So, guys, it's been a great show.
Bring it down, Barry.
Let's just take it down a notch. We've said a lot, maybe too much. Probably too much. And thanks, Chris, for stopping by.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here, sir.
And I think Lexington Craft Beer Week is just phenomenal, and there's so much good stuff going on.
Thanks, man.
And for those 7 people listening who probably were going anyway, we'll reiterate, you should go to Lexington Craft Beer Week. It's just one of the best things I think around town in terms of events, food, beer kind of events. Beer Week is exciting and fun, and just a great opportunity to go out and try new things. And if there are people out there who haven't even gone to these breweries, first of all, shame on you, and second of all, it's time to get out and check out what's going on around Lexington.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people getting involved, and it's a lot of fun.
It is. All right, you have anything last words to say?
No.
Right.
I got nothing.
You've been listening to COCBLOK, the Coalition of Craft Beer Lovers of Kentucky, on 93.9 WLXU Lexington Community Radio in beautiful downtown Lexington, Kentucky.